yogi friends. My name is Tiffany. I'm a fat yoga teacher trying to make yoga more accessible to everybody. Let's go ahead and get started and let everybody in. Today is a gentle flow class. I am wearing my comfiest pair of joggers. I'm just noticing how my belly looks cut in the middle, which is okay. Let's see. It's all. We will welcome them in and sing a song. Hello, welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, or good afternoon. How is everybody?
Good. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I'm good.
That's good.
Very good. Very good. All right, so for today, we will begin in seated. So find your bolster or blanket or something to sit on, and let's begin just by sitting down. Lucky us, right? We get to sit down and chill. Find that comfy spot. So maybe it's legs extended, maybe it's knees bent. Today is like a 2 bolster day for me. My hips are feeling super extra tight, so I'm on 2 bolsters. I'm realizing like my bolsters from everyday use, like I have to like fluff them. So now I don't know, I might like look to like hugger mugger or something like that. I was like trying not to purchase from them, but now I'm realizing I might need to. Their bolsters are kind of expensive. All right, so find a space. You can bring your hands to your knees, legs extended or knees bent. Close your eyes, begin to take some deep breaths here. So deep breath in, open mouth, exhale, let it all go. Deep inhale here, open mouth, exhale. So we're just finding a nice, comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. Hands come to the knees and eyes closed. Just tapping into the breath and the body. Let's do a body scan. This could just look like beginning with the toes, giving them a wiggle, and then flexing those muscles in the calves, like check in on them, like, okay, you're good. Check in on the knees and the thighs, give those muscles a flex. And then relax. And hopefully once you flex and then relax your muscles, they kind of settle even better. Like they're like, ah. A lot of times we hold on to tension, we don't even realize it. So flex your muscle and then relax. And then same with your belly, you can kind of flex that muscle and then relax it. Your pelvic floor, your booty, relax. And your chest muscles, maybe your shoulders, allow them to come down and back. Your arm muscles, give them a good flex and relax. Send some amazing love to your belly. It works so hard for you. Digest all your food. So thank you, belly. Thank you so much for digesting my food for me. I appreciate you exactly as you are. No need to change anything. And then relax your jaw and tuck your chin. And find that ease in the position of sitting here. Begin to seal your lips and breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, finding that ujjayi breath. It's that breath of life that feels really, really good. So as you inhale, maybe you count to 4, 5, or 6. And as you exhale, you find that same count, 4, 5, or 6. As you breathe here, it should sound like an ocean wave rolling back and forth. And it should feel like you're fogging a mirror as you exhale. Take a couple rounds of breath here, just kind of exploring what feels good. And once you find that rhythm that feels the best for you, I'd like to offer the intention of kindness. Kindness. So as we inhale, we think, I am kind. And as we exhale, I am. And then as we exhale, we think kind. So inhale, I am. Exhale, kind. Inhale, I am. Exhale, kind. And then I'd love for you to think about the kindness that you give and the kindness that you receive. So as we inhale, we think, I am kind. And there are moments where you give kindness. Maybe it's like you just give it because it's what you do. Or maybe you are giving it for the first time to somebody who all of a sudden deserves the kindness. Either way, is it the same? Is it different? Giving the kindness. And then as you receive the kindness, is it different from receiving it from a stranger versus somebody maybe that you don't like? This might be a friend, a coworker, an acquaintance, a spouse, depending on the day. And then think about receiving it in a way that is also kind, even when you don't want to. Is there a way to be more kind in all avenues? Could you be neutrally kind? I know for me, like, I'm a very stubborn person, Scorpio for sure. So if you cross me once, I don't want to receive your kindness. Get out of here. But like, yoga ways, they tell you need to, not need to, but the yoga limb of like contentment and giving and then not taking when we don't need to. There's so many different limbs of yoga. And so the kindness, just thinking about it in a way that's like being open to whoever is giving it, and then being open to giving even when you don't want to. I think we could all probably say that we are kind people. We make the effort to be kind, but it's so easy to be kind to a stranger versus somebody who might be a negative presence in your life. And if we go a little bit deeper, like, why are they a negative presence and what happened for them to make them negative? It's kind of sad sometimes. So sending them kindness can sometimes feel not good, but maybe that's exactly what they need. Same thing for receiving that kindness. If they are genuinely kind, sometimes it might be out of a place of maybe not positivity and you don't feel like it's authentic, but still receiving that kindness in a way that is kind is important too. Take your time here and just like simmer with this thought. You can also repeat that mantra, I am kind, just kind of coming back to the thoughts of the kindness. Take a couple more deep breaths here. Just finding that rhythm in the breath. If you lost it, that's okay. Just come back. Come back to the breath. Allow it to fill up your lungs and let your body really be focused on that breath. Go ahead and lift up your shoulders if you notice they started to slouch. Tuck your chin. And then that right ear goes over to that right shoulder, finding that nice neck stretch on the left side. Left ear to left shoulder gets a nice stretch. You can reach that left hand down or the top of the hand. You can find the base of the spine. Wherever you're at is good, so listen to your body. On that next exhale, we come back to center. Take a deep inhale, release your hand, and exhale left ear to left shoulder. Right hand comes down to the side, and the top of the hand could reach the base of the spine. So I posted this thing in my stories yesterday about the femur bone and how in different people the sockets are different, and how sometimes people just don't have open hips, like it just doesn't happen. And if they listen to others, they could end up hurting themselves instead of listening to themselves. And somebody messaged me this morning saying that they had to have surgery because they didn't listen to their body. It was kind of an interesting conversation. Go ahead and release, come back to center, and then begin to find some neck circles going around in one direction very slowly. So when I say listen to your body, truly listen. Like, what is it saying? My neck is still screaming at me, so I'm going very gently into that direction. It's a good excuse to make my husband like wait on me hand and foot. Leave my neck. I'm a big baby. That's okay. Sometimes we need that extra attention, so just go with it. And then go in the opposite direction. So listen to your body. It speaks louder than you think it does, especially when you're actually listening. Sometimes you're like, must reach the toes, must fold all the way down. Instead, you can just slowly move into postures and then allow yourself to kind of feel it. So, what are you feeling right now in your neck stretch? Is it like every single little knot that's popping up? Maybe you hang out in a spot because that's what your body needs. That next exhale, we come back to center. Maybe we open our eyes and inhale, both arms come up. And exhale, we reach our hands forward. Both hands come to the ground, chin to the chest. Just find a gentle forward fold here. I'm in butterfly, but you can be in any version of a seated pose that you'd like. Legs wide, legs crossed, legs extended, all are good. Take a deep inhale and then open mouth exhale. On that next inhale, we rise all the way back up. Inhale, both arms come up. Maybe we look at our thumbs, twist to the right. Both arms come down, right hand behind, left hand to the left leg or the right leg. Take a deep inhale, we lift the chest, and exhale, we twist. Inhale, we lift, and exhale, we twist. If anybody did my class yesterday morning, I think Allison, you were there. My shoulders hurt. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, we twist to the left and both arms come down. Left arm behind, right hand to the right leg or the left leg. Take a deep inhale, we lift the chest. Exhale, we twist. I was like, why are my shoulders sore? Oh yeah, I did like 25 sun salutations yesterday. Felt good though. On that next exhale, we come back to center. Take a deep inhale. Maybe just close our eyes and feel into the body in this moment. Just those gentle stretches, allowing ourselves to just kind of, where were we at before we started? Where are we at now? Go ahead and open your eyes. Switch the direction of your legs. Maybe they cross, maybe they extend. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, we reach forward one more time, chin to chest. Finding a nice forward fold. Let it feel good. Take a deep inhale, we lift the chest. Exhale, we fold. Finding that nice Ujjayi breath. Oh my gosh, tomorrow is the Rockin' Halloween costume, not costume, but Rockin' Halloween Boo Bash. I'm so excited. I don't know if you guys are signed up. I think Allison is. But wow, I'm excited. I've like picked out all the songs in the playlist of all these fun things that we're gonna do in the class. It's gonna be awesome. I was thinking about that this morning. Halloween snuck up on us really quick this year. All year long, go ahead and rise up has been like slow, slow, slow. And then I swear every year, it doesn't even matter if we're in a pandemic, it's like October equals Christmas practically. Let's go ahead and come on down to the mat. Take whatever you were sitting on, and let's find a supported child's pose. So if you have bolsters, you can use a bolster. If you have a blanket, you can roll it up so that it's like a long ways. So if you have a blanket, something like this, you can roll it up so it kind of comes like this on your body. Just something underneath you, and you could even roll it up like this, so like fold it in a way so that your chest feels supported, and then bring it to the mat and then slowly find your child's pose. So knees open wide, maybe wider than the mat, toes are reaching towards each other, and then come on down, chest comes down, maybe your cheek comes to the bolster, and just take some deep breaths here. Allow yourself to really just kind of sink in. Feel your hips open up. Tap back into that intention. I am kind. What feelings came up for you? What type of kindness are you giving into the world? What type of kindness are you receiving into the world or from the world? And that Ujjayi breath. If you have your right cheek onto the bolster, just press it just slightly. If it's the chin, that's fine too. Just be aware of how your neck feels. Just pressing it slightly just kind of brings just a little bit more focus to like aligning the neck. You could even like wiggle the hips just a little bit. Just finding that nice spinal flexion and adjustment. You can close your eyes here. Really begin to just like breathe in and out. If you're on your cheek, you can go ahead and switch sides. So go to the other side. So I was on my right side. Maybe I'll go on my left side now. I am kind. I am kind. Sometimes I say that when I'm genuinely trying to be like a kind person. Like there might be like a conversation I'm having that's tense. And then I'm like, you know what? Like this version of me isn't what I want. Like, how can I put kindness into this conversation and change the direction? And sometimes that's what it takes. And I'll just share like last night I had this terrible dream where I was like an awful person. I was awful. I just started yelling at everybody for no reason, and I don't know what was going on there. I need to like look up my dream version of me. But isn't that interesting how it's like stress and whatever else comes through in your dreams, and like it just made me want to be more kind in my everyday real life in a way that's like genuine and authentic. Even to the people who don't exactly bring me joy. Those are the people who probably need the kindness the most. On that next inhale, come back to center. So if you went to your cheek, you can maybe like lift up your chest just slightly, or maybe come onto the forearms and find our frog pose. So think about your heels in alignment with the knees. So the instep is flat onto the earth. Your feet are flexed, and you can try one side for frog and then go to the other side. If you're not really feeling it, you can always push back onto the forearms until you feel that hip opening. So you should feel a deep stretch in your groin. And because we're being supported, you might not feel it right away, or you might feel it a little bit less than normal. So just be patient with yourself. Allow your hips to open as they would like. Taking some deep inhales. Finding that nice hip stretch. And listening to our bodies. Thinking, I am kind. I am kind. And if this is too intense, we can always just do one side, or we can stay in child's pose. With this nice hip stretch, this is great to just kind of settle here. We don't always get to stretch like that inner groin area. We're always focused on the outer hips, the back of the hips. This inner groin area needs to stretch just as much. And that's probably part of the reason why our hips are so tight, is because we spend so much time, or there are so many different places to stretch the hip, and we spend so much time in only one or two different positions. So if we're just walking and sitting, we're only really moving certain parts of the hip muscles. And so then the other parts of the hip muscles become tight. It just happens naturally. It's not like we're sitting in splits all day long. I don't know what you do in your your private life, so maybe it is. More power to you. If you could sit in a split all day long, that's pretty cool. Who knows? Go ahead and come back to that supported child. You can kind of push your hands into the sides And slowly come out of your child's posture. And you can find a tabletop. And we find a couple of cat-cows. So let your belly drop as we lift the chest and the booty, and then exhale. We push into the hands and find this nice flexion in the spine, tucking our chin. Just kind of rolling through our cat-cows, and go really slow here into the breath. Slow down the breath. Maybe we wiggle to the side, right side, left side. And then let's go ahead and move our blanket or bolster out of the way and come to standing. So go ahead and come all the way to standing. I know I hate doing this in gentle. You're like, I didn't want to stand. That's what my mind is saying anyways. So come to our standing posture. Let's have our hands by our side, feet are on the mat, and we're thinking about our feet making full contact with the mat. So lift up all the toes and plant them onto the mat. Maybe even like scrunch your toes to just feel the texture of the mat on your toes. Go ahead and bend your knees slightly and tuck your pelvis a little bit. Engage your core and roll your shoulders down. Tuck your chin and then close your eyes if you feel comfortable enough, or have a soft gaze. Allow yourself to really feel into the body. Closing your eyes always takes a lot of effort to like even stand here. So for today, I'd love to like move really, really slowly with either a soft gaze where our eyes are blurry or eyes closed. And this is completely optional, but have you ever moved through the practice with your eyes closed? Let's try it. So if you'd like to try, listen to my voice and trust your body. If you'd like to open your eyes, it's totally fine. Inhale, we circle the arms all the way up, feel into the shoulders, press your hands together, and then we begin to lower all the way down, finding our forward fold. Go slow here. Hands reach towards the ground, or you can grab opposite elbows. Go ahead and let your elbows go and find your halfway lift. Exhale, we fold. Do you hear that? Alexa, off. I swear to God, she has to have a say. Inhale, we rise all the way back up, circle our arms. Press our palms together and come back to center. She's talking about Canada. I have no idea what I even said, but I swear, she's like, I thought I turned her off and she's still on. Come back to center. And then go ahead and bring your hands out to the sides. Find your mountain again. Open your eyes if they're still closed. Feel into the body. Maybe think about what came up. An annoying Alexa. I can't even say her name. Like, she just exists in the corner of my room. And let me tell you something. She doesn't even play music for the time that I want her to. So like, she's actually like not my friend at all. Maybe I need to give her kindness. I'm sorry. These machines. Take a deep inhale. Let's circle the arms. Press our palms together and exhale. We come back to center. Let's do this one more time with eyes open. Circle the arms. Press our palms together. Exhale, we fold. Going really slow and mindfully. Inhale, we rise. Find that half lift. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, we circle the arms all the way back up. Press our palms together and exhale, we come back to center. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Maybe bring both hands to your heart and just let yourself feel kind of like this movement in your body and how you feel in this moment. Like let the yoga bliss just kind of wash over you. And on that next exhale, we release, open our eyes, and let's find a seat. So go ahead and come back to center. We extend our legs and find some floor work. So I would say sit on something, lift up the hips. People sometimes ask me like, well, I don't like it. You always can do whatever feels good. But if your hips are tight and you're doing forward folds, a bolster kind of just like makes all the difference. So highly recommend, but don't have to do it. So bring your legs to a comfortable extended version. So it's not like they're closed. It's not like they're super open. Inhale, both arms come up to the sky, look up to the sky, and then exhale, look at your thumbs as you lower all the way down. Hands come down to the mat. We inhale, we lift the chest, and exhale, we fold. We're thinking about lowering down with our chest. We can really feel this in our hips. We can flex our toes. If you want to feel this in the low back, you can definitely find this rounded spine and a relaxed toe. Whatever feels good for you. On that next inhale, we rise all the way back up, and let's extend our right leg in front of us. Left leg comes in, finding seated tree. We find a quarter turn to the right, and then come back to center. Inhale, both arms lift up, raise them to the sky, and exhale, we reach. Both arms come down, and maybe they frame their feet, or maybe both hands come to the shin. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Find that ujjayi breath in case you lost it. Allowing yourself to just kind of lift as you inhale and exhale, fold a little bit more. It might be just millimeters, and that's good. On that next inhale, we rise all the way back up, and let's switch sides. So left leg extends, right leg comes in. We find a quarter turn to the left. Flexing our left foot, we inhale, both arms come up to the sky. Maybe we look up to the sky, and exhale, we fold. Both hands come back down. Take a deep inhale, we lift the chest. Exhale, we fold. On that next inhale, we rise all the way back up and bring both feet in so we find our butterfly posture. Take a deep inhale, we lift the chest. Hands find our ankles, elbows find the knees, and slowly lower the chest down, finding that nice hip stretch. You can kind of press into the knees as you lower down, just depending on how open your hips are here. If you'd like to extend your hands out in front and round the back, you can do that. Just know this is taking the stretch into your low back. So listen to your body, whatever you're needing, go for it. If you try one version and it's not right, you can always come out and find a different version. On that next exhale, we rise all the way back up. Let's extend our legs out to the sides and just find our little torso twist to kind of Get those legs into the hip sockets. We flex our feet. Inhale, both arms can lift up, look up, and then bring them directly in front of us as we lower down, leading with the chest. Thinking about using this leverage of our hands as we lower down, and as we exhale, maybe we bend the elbows. We inhale, we lift the chest. Somebody definitely left a door open in my home because I see 5 flies rolling around. And I'm like, who did it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About to go get my spray after this class. I'm like, y'all are going down. One time, my husband and I were in the kitchen. This is a forward fold discussion for sure. And we were like trying to kill this one fly. We went back and forth with the Windex. And we were so aggressive about it. And that fly, I swear, it took like 20 minutes to kill that stupid thing. Oh, the fun joys of like, those are the things I do in my spare time. Isn't that what you do in your spare time? I just like walk around with a Windex bottle. On that next inhale, I lift up my chest, come all the way up, and then slowly begin to bring my legs together, bend my knees, shake it out. And just shake out your ankles, flex and point your toes. And then let's begin to set ourselves up for some open heart stretching. So if you prefer to lie on your back with nothing underneath, like finding a little bit of flexion, you can just find your back. If you'd like to find like an open heart version, you can use that same folded blanket onto the back now and finding just a little bit of flexion. If you have a bolster, I would say find the same version with the bolster. So it's a lifted back. So we come and sit directly in front of where it is. So if it's a blanket or a bolster, we're not sitting on it. So our butt is on the ground, and then we slowly lower down so that our back finds a little bit of a back bend, and then our arms come out to the sides. If this feels more comfortable to bend your knees and lift your hips, then you can definitely do that. But I encourage you to try to keep that booty on the ground. And like my back is kind of like, yeah, not feeling it. I'm gonna like lift up my hips a little bit. So bend my knees, just press into the ground and give them that support. And I could even kind of push myself so that my hips are directly onto the bolster. But this also gives you this nice stretch along your shoulders so arms can come out to the sides. If this is too intense, you can always keep your hands by your side. So both are good options wherever you're at. Find the space that works for you. So this is just a really good complement to that class we did yesterday. I'm definitely feeling it in my shoulders. I'm making a cactus shape with my arms because I'm feeling the stretch even better that way. But you can make whatever shape feels good for you. So go ahead and close your eyes. Begin to tap into the breath. We'll be here for a couple of minutes, finding this nice ujjayi feeling. So go back to the breath, go back to that intention, I am kind, and begin to like tap into it. Maybe imagine a time where you felt like you were being kind, or a time where you were receiving kindness. Take your time here. slow down the breath. Maybe the breath finds even deeper breathing. So maybe if you were in like a 4, 5, or 6, you could switch it to like a 6, 7, or 8. So find what feels the best for you. And one way to think about the breath is as you inhale, you fill up the belly, and then right below the rib cage, and then the chest, and then you exhale all of it out, pushing it out all through the nose. Inhale again, a 3-part breath. Inhale through the belly, and right below the rib cage, and the chest. And then exhale, all of it comes out slowly, pushing it out just a little bit. Find those 3-part breathing, that 3-part breath in a way that feels really good for you. Option here to take your feet into a butterfly posture. So bringing the soles of the feet together, knees open wide, finding an openness to the hips. If this doesn't feel good, you can always have legs extended or knees bent. All are good options. So take your time, find the pose that feels the best. Now take your right leg, extend it. So you find a tree, like this laying down reclined tree version, just taking a different version in your body can also just kind of feel different in your spine, in your shoulders. Take some deep breaths here. Bring your right leg back to that reclined butterfly posture, and the left leg extends, finding that seated tree or that reclined tree on the opposite side. Go back to that 3-part breath if you lost it, finding the belly, then right below the ribs, and then the chest. So it's like each part of your breath has like a meaning to it. On that next exhale, let's extend both legs and then take them a little bit wider. They don't have to be super wide, just allow them to be apart and feel this version of the stretch. On that next exhale, make a decision. Is this still good for Shavasana, or do you need to adjust? If you need to remove the bolster, then do so. Maybe it feels good to even just like roll onto one side and try Shavasana from your side. Or you can remove whatever you've got, your blanket or bolster, and come all the way onto the back. Wherever you're at is good. Take some deep inhales and some exhales. Finding some nice breath here. Kind of just adjusting into your Shavasana. Make it work for you. Once you find it, take a deep inhale. Open mouth exhale. Deep inhale here. Open mouth exhale. Allow yourself to just sink down into the earth and the gravity to just kind of gently push you down so that you can feel comforted by your yoga mat and the earth. Begin to clear your mind and let whatever is coming up, like what you have to do today and all of the work stuff, just let all of that go in your mind. It doesn't serve you here. Let yourself really rest and be present. So rest that mind, let it be behind the yoga door. And then if it comes up, no judgment, just let it pass by. And if you need a focus, you can always think of your favorite color. And as you inhale, it lightens. And as you exhale, it darkens. Remind yourself this is your Shavasana. You get to be here and do this and seal in all the practices of your yoga. Let's take the next few minutes in silence for your Shavasana. Tap back into the breath. Take a deep inhale and an exhale. Wiggle fingers and toes. Circle out wrists and ankles. Take both arms overhead for a full body stretch. Let it feel sweet. And then gently roll to the side and push yourself up and find a comfortable seated posture. Bring your hands to your heart center. Tuck your chin and close your eyes. Thank yourself for showing up today and for being present in the practice. Amazing job. Bring your thumbs to your third eye. The divine light within me honors the divine light within each of you. Namaste. Thank you, friends, for practicing with me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and maybe I'll see you tomorrow at the Boo Bash. Bye.